So this week we will begin the Essay 1 assignment, and you see that there's an assignment here for us to look at and a couple of articles on South Africa's problem with water. We're going to learn a little bit about the filmmaker Bill Moyers and film journalist Bill Moyers. And then we're going to be looking at a segment of Bill Moyers' reports Earth on Edge from these minutes here. So it's 14 minutes, not quite. And then you have a homework assignment, and then in the following week your homework is going to be due on Monday because it's going to be a draft of Essay 1. So we're going to try and develop Essay 1 this week, and it will be due next week. So let's have a look at it. The Essay 1 assignment sheet says, in 1,400 words, which is in the neighborhood of, 4 or 5 pages, write a rhetorical analysis of Bill Moyers' reports Earth on Edge, the segment running from 23 minutes and 41 seconds to 37 minutes and 23 seconds. This segment discusses how the Xhosa people are working to save water in South Africa by destroying the non-native trees that European colonists sowed hundreds of years ago. Review the sample student Kairos analysis in rhetorical analysis, pages 39 to 43. Note that in the introduction of the sample, the student identifies the type of discourse, specifically states that the discourse is epideictic, used in the text under analysis, and then the sample rhetorical analysis specifies the argument that it puts forward. Note also that the body cites several newspaper articles and a website to illustrate the text's historical and cultural context, right? That's part of the Kairos. It's the moment. It is what is happening now in the moment of the recording of some sort of an argument. Okay, so it demonstrates what the historical and cultural context is. It identifies the forum, it identifies the occasion, and it identifies the exigence. So these are terms that you want to learn about from reading Rhetorical Analysis, Chapter 2. These sources, the newspaper sources, also reflect the audience's presuppositions, another important thing to learn about from Chapter 2 in your textbook. And it also indicates how the text was received by the reading audience. You are encouraged to use reliable national and international news articles, but you can use the news articles that I have made available in our course for this, and any relevant articles that we've looked at so far in class. Okay. In the introduction of your essay, you will need to identify the type of discourse, and there are 3 explained in your textbook: deliberative, epideictic, or judicial, and you can see them on page 13 of your book. Classical rhetoric recognizes 3 basic kinds, general types of discourse: judicial, deliberative, and epideictic discourse. Judicial discourse, also called forensic or dicanic, judges the legality or justice of an action in the past. Judicial discourse might occur in a court of law. Deliberative discourse, also called symboleutic or advisory, addresses future actions or policies. Deliberative discourse might occur in a legislature or a parliament or a corporate boardroom. It's a plan of action. Okay. Epideictic discourse is concerned with praise or blame in the present. It does not lead immediately to actions, conviction, punishment, raising taxes. Instead, it forms attitudes and affirms or critiques values and beliefs. Okay, so these are your 3 choices. So you're to review the video, Bill Moyers' reports Earth on Edge, just the moments from 23 minutes in to 38 minutes in, and determine which of these 3 types of discourse do you have in this video. And specify what arguments are being put forward? What is the video advocating? What sorts of attitudes or beliefs, or what sorts of actions? Okay. In the body of your essay, you'll need to cite reliable and relevant sources, newspaper articles, websites, radio, television, broadcast, transcripts, YouTube videos. Actually, YouTube videos are not necessarily reliable, so would not use that one. Okay. To illustrate the kairos, the historical and cultural context, the forum, the occasion, and the exigence. So those are the things that you need to be talking about. In addition, use these sources to reflect the audience's presuppositions and how the text was received. So basically, you are doing the same tasks as that sample essay you will find in your textbook between pages 39 and 43. So you will want to read that. You're going to need a works cited page in MLA style. In-text citations are required. Okay. So the first article that you have for cultural context is titled South Africa's Deep-Rooted Problem, Unwelcome Trees. And it was published in the Christian Science Monitor on August 3rd of 2001. And so what you'll do is scroll down and see that there's an HTML file, and what's kind of cool about the HTML files in our library is that they have, well,
South Africa's deep-rooted problem, unwelcome tree.
They'll read to you, and you can, might be for fun, listen to it in an Australian accent. Okay, all right. So there you go, and you can read this article. You can see it's pretty short, but it talks about the water problem in South Africa, which is kind of what we're going to be looking at for this next essay. And then you have another article, also an HTML article. This one, South Africa's Driest Season, published in Mother Jones, 2002, November, December 2002, so a bit after the film, but still, you know, similar time period, fairly relevant. And you can see this one has, wow, there's a lot of pictures in here. Post-apartheid government has greatly expanded water service, but many rural villages. The resulting water price increases have placed the cost of water beyond the reach of many South Africans. And this is an image of a woman bent over, it looks like a small hand well, and she's trying to fill up what looks to me like a 5-gallon plastic container with water, indicating, of course, that she doesn't turn on a tap in her kitchen, as you and I most likely do. Anyway, and it's quite interesting. Okay, next thing is you have some information about Bill Moyers. You will be asked to talk about, for your homework assignment this week, you'll be asked to talk about why is Bill Moyers interested in this kind of a topic. So you want to find some information about what his interests are and what kinds of things he has done. So you have here this, this is a good place to click. Broadcast journalist Bill Moyers has been recognized as one of the unique voices of our times. Learn more about Bill, and you can click here and get his biography, which would be very informative. Okay, now to homework 4. Okay, here we go. Prepare for the assignment. Essay 1 draft is due February 11. Final essay is due February 15. So, read Rhetorical Analysis, a brief guide for writers, pages 9 to 27, and pages 39 to 43. Focus on Kairos analysis. Note how the second chapter of your book explains the importance of timing in the rhetorical situation. Make note of all the Greek terms used. There's a lot of them, because rhetoric is a gift to us from the ancient Greeks. They created and developed the concepts, and you know, some people have added some things along the way, but they haven't added a lot. Okay, you're going to read, of course, South Africa's deep-rooted problem and South Africa's driest season, which we just looked at a moment ago. You're going to watch Bill Moyers' reports Earth on Edge, just a few minutes of it, 14 minutes of it. Read about Bill Moyers. Your essay one will be a Kairos analysis on the Bill Moyers film segment. So that is the text that you are analyzing. It is the video from 23 minutes and 41 seconds in to, anyway. So you are invited to use the articles supplied in the course for your historical and cultural context for the film. You can use them to talk about the Kairos situation. Okay, complete your homework. Please identify the film's type of discourse. Is it deliberative, epideictic, or judicial? And you are to explain why you think so in a paragraph and give 2 examples from the film in support of your claim. Okay, so that's paragraph 1. In a second paragraph, please describe the Kairos. What is this rhetorical moment for the filming? This Bill Moyers piece was filmed in 2001, and this week's articles about South Africa were published around this time. So please draw upon these examples to help you describe the rhetorical situation. Okay, and that's 2 paragraphs. Third paragraph, based upon your reading about Bill Moyers on his own website. In the third paragraph, please draw conclusions about why Bill Moyers would be interested in filming the Xhosa's conservation efforts in South Africa's Cape Town area. So 3 paragraphs, and those will be due on this coming Wednesday. And then for Friday, you are to reply to your peers' homework as usual. Okay, enjoy.